Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play and initial impressions for Anandala VR, a game released on the Steam store today, June 5th, 2024, by developer Kevin Mack. Now, if you're familiar with Kevin Mack's work, you know he also released Blortasia not that long ago, and you can search my channel for my video on Blortasia to check it out. But Kevin Mack definitely has a art style in VR that if you remember, Blortasia is very similar to this Anandala. Now Anandala is supposed to be very different. Keep in mind, this is initial impression, so I'm just playing this game for the first time right now. I just ran it earlier just to make sure that it would run, but that was it. So this is all fresh impressions for me. This normally retails for $9.99. It's on a release sale, 15% off. And I bought this game, so, support art and the artist. Now let's go ahead. I actually don't know how you start this experience. Okay, so you just fly. Okay. Oh, there's actually snap turning available too, which is cool. Okay, so it's trigger to fly. And then you can snap turn as well. And at the start, it definitely looks a lot like Blortasia, but I've seen the store page video, so I know there's some big differences as well, and we'll find out what those are together, because like I said, this is initial impressions for me. I just made sure the game was running before I started recording, which is unusual for me. I usually like to play games longer, so I can give you good first impressions, but this is fresh for me. I'm experiencing this as you guys are on YouTube, but obviously me in VR in 360. I should have drank some water before I started playing. But don't mind me and my voice. Hopefully it doesn't crack again. I just need some water, but I'll wait till the end of this video. So you're probably wondering, can I fly through the material? Okay. Ooh, what is this? So we've come across some different things here. Okay, this is definitely different than Blortasia here. We've run into some living art. Art with artificial intelligence. And look at this. So I think this. So there's mention you can communicate. So you can press the X or Y button and you'll get the reaction. So I'm pressing X now. X. Y. The A or B button don't do anything, but the X or Y do. Interesting. I wonder if we can create music that way. And I am pressing the X and Y buttons. So the art style is definitely very similar to Blortasia, but the big difference here is you have these living life forms of art that come to life and do their own thing, and you can interact with them in a way. Where'd he go? Where'd the little one go? Let's keep going, because I lost the little one. And by the way, you do have collision with them. You can't go through them, so I'll keep that in mind. And we can go through the environment though, just not the AI objects that are flying around. Let's keep going. Let's just keep flying around. As you can tell, the art exhibit is pretty huge, and you have a sky environment around that, around the art exhibit, and you can go in and out of the art exhibit. But this is basically the experience, which is very trippy, very psychedelic. Now, one thing I don't know, and maybe if the developer sees this, the developer can comment, but I don't know if these are randomly generated or if these do we want to call them sculptures? These AI lifeform art exhibit sculptures. I don't know if they're unique or if they're just randomly generated from some algorithm. I don't know the answer to that. I would assume that they're created by the artist, and but they obviously will have some variations in the shape and in the colors, as you see just by looking at it. So it'll contract, it'll expand, it'll switch colors depending on how you're looking at it, and it'll have reactions and movement that are AI. And I would assume that these were created by the artist, but just that their movements are artificially generated, as well as some of their reactions as well. So sort of art, but with AI, if that makes sense. Not AI generated art, but art that's made by an artist, but art that also reacts with artificial intelligence. But obviously, this is AI like if you're playing an online PvP game and you're going against bots. So it's that kind of AI, not the kind of AI like with language translation, like how we're thinking of AI now, a little different. So when you say AI, you might have a different thought of what this is. But no, I believe it's just the artificial intelligence is just just like the random movements, but in a coordinated way. Not that the art exhibits are growing intelligence and can speak natural language and stuff like that. That's what we're coming to think of AI as now. Let's keep exploring. As you can see, the art exhibit is very big, just like Blurtasia. And with Blurtasia, you just explored and you came across stuff. And obviously, this game is very similar, except that the exhibits themselves are moving around and behave like simple creatures. So kind of like life forms. They've taken life on their own. But I'm interested to know what the answer is. Were these AI created with obviously programming to make them randomly generated, or were these all specifically created by hand or handcrafted? I guess would be the best way to hand programmed, maybe the best way to explain it. But obviously their movements are like bots, and they do tend to group up, at least 2x2, if not 3x3, and then you just go to a different area and you run into some different ones. Let's keep exploring. Let's see what else we find. Let's see what other odd creatures we run into. But as you can see, even the environment ebbs and flows. Again, very similar to Blortasia. So this artist definitely has a very characteristic art style that's easily recognizable. So just looking at this, I could tell you, oh yeah, that's Kevin Mack. And obviously a lot of this looks like Blortasia, even though it's a different experience. It's because Blortasia obviously doesn't have these creatures floating around and acting in this manner. And they're kind of, I don't want to say uncanny valley, but they definitely have maybe a Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibe, psychedelic vibe to them. Horrific yet fascinating creatures. You could also say they're beautiful, in their own unique way. But definitely a little bit of a strangeness to them that makes them a little bit scary. A little like, what is that? Like, this is totally alien. So you kind of get like that Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibe to the art. But like I said, you can't really go through them. Although you'll notice my hand does clip through them, but they do have like collision to them, so you can't really go through them or stuff like that. And again, this is a big art installation, so if you want to fully explore it, it's going to take quite a long time to view all this. But obviously, this is art that's meant to make you just stop and ponder and really think about not just the shapes and patterns and the psychedelic style, but just about reaching a state where you can appreciate this, if that makes sense. Oh, there we go. Look, I just stood still and it went through me. Okay, I've been trying to do that, and I haven't been able to, but I just stood still, and it went through me. So I guess we found out something. You cannot go through them, but they can go through you. Let me see. Oh, no. Nope. Actually, I went wrong. This one doesn't. Okay, so. Oh, I see. This one has. If you notice, it has like a big hole. That's why I'm able to go through it. But I want to see there was like another. Oh, there it is. This looks like a jellyfish. This is interesting. Wow. This has been my favorite so far. What happens if they collide? But this one I cannot go. See, this one I cannot go through. Okay, now I see. Okay. So, as you can see, that one, because it has a hole through its center, that's the reason why I was able to go through it, where I haven't been able to go through any of the other ones. And it seems like these creatures are curious, and they'll come they'll come towards you on their own. It would be cool if when you reach out, there was some haptic feedback. So that's the thing that I would say is missing here. Because when I reach out for it, I want to feel something. I think that would add another layer of immersion to this experience. Because right now, there's no haptic feedback or anything. You do have collision, but you don't have any haptic feedback, so you don't really feel it. It'd be kind of cool, you know. It's kind of like a jelly-looking kind of creature. It'd be cool if you had some haptic feedback that matches what you think it would feel like. Or maybe it'd feel totally opposite, but either way, some haptic feedback here would go a long way. Okay, let's keep going. So that jelly creature, jellyfish-looking creature has definitely been my favorite so far. Let's see if we can find anything else. Or something just as good as that. Wow, look at this. This one kind of looks like a little harp, except it doesn't have any strings on it. Or maybe like a little TV that's a triangle instead of a square. And this one looks like another jellyfish here. A different kind of jellyfish than the other one. And notice how they do talk like in different tones and different notes, different pitches. Or maybe it looks like a little tree, little dried up tree with branches coming out. And this one looks like it has like a little heart protruding from its head. And its chest as well. And then you have like these that are just they're so small, but they go so fast you can't catch them. Oh, they can go outside. I didn't know they could do that. Oh, okay. Alright. Now I found out something new. They can go outside the environment. Okay. Okay, we've seen that, so we need to go to. Okay, we've already been there. Then let's go to a different spot. Hopefully, we run into some new creatures over here. But obviously, this is an artistic experience, and as such, this is something that'll either speak to you. You'll either enjoy it or you won't. Obviously, this is not an experience for everyone, but if you're into psychedelic art, I think I can recommend this for you. Psychedelic art, modern art, I think you'll enjoy this. It's definitely different than a lot of the art you'll see, and that's why I love VR, because you see new types of art that you just you're probably never gonna see anything like this in real life, and that's why I love VR, because it lets you experience things that you otherwise just couldn't experience. And like I said, my only real criticism, if I have any, is that it's snap turn only, and it's a pretty small snap turn. I like to have smooth turning. And the only other one is, like I said earlier, I like a little bit of haptic feedback when I'm touching some of the objects, but you know, those are small nitpicks. But otherwise, like I said, I do recommend this if you enjoy art in VR, psychedelic art, modern art. If you enjoyed the previous works of Kevin Mack, I think you'll enjoy this one as well. I definitely have enjoyed it. But like I've said a million times before, if you've seen my channel, you've seen me do reviews for artistic experiences, I don't like to rate them because, you know, I'm not really an art critic. And, you know, I know with art, you know, it's just dependent on whether it speaks to you or not. And obviously, if it speaks to you, you're going to like it. And if you don't, you're not going to like it. So if this looks interesting to you, definitely recommend it. It's running at a steady 90 frames per second. Like I said, you just press trigger to move the direction that you want to go. So locomotion is very easy. There's lots to explore, lots to experience. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play. Initial impressions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. This is very interesting here. Let's see what this is before I stop the video. This is very interesting. It looks like an alien in a box. Look at this. This is very interesting. It looks like a smiling alien in a box, like a cutout box, and the alien is smiling at you. Can I go? Oh yeah, you can. So yeah, you can go through some of them, but not only some of them. Like if they have holes in the center, you can go through them. Interesting. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll just add that please support artists and the arts, and support PCVR as well. You know, if you guys want interesting stuff like this being released in PCVR, then you need to support the developers who do that. So don't just sit on the sidelines. Gotta support developers if you want to see experiences like this in the future. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, that was, whoa, what happened there? That was interesting. That was unexpected. I did not think that would happen. Very interesting. Okay, so something, a little surprise there near the end. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Have a wonderful day. Good night.